Welcome, friends, to this mat Pilates practice for healthy and happy hips. We'll get started today lying down on our backs, keeping your knees bent. Option to keep the soles of your feet on the earth, or come into our butterfly. Join your feet together. Allow your knees to splay wide. You can rest your arms on the earth, or perhaps place one palm on your belly and the other atop of your heart. Go ahead and close your eyes. Allow yourself to soften and settle into this moment. Acknowledging exactly how you're feeling today. Gift yourself this moment of stillness and spaciousness to tune into the tempo of your breath. Feel the breath circulating within and throughout your body. Go ahead and take one gradual inhalation through the nose and exhale through the mouth. One more cleansing breath. Inhale and exhale. Close off your hip joints. Relax your arms the length of the body. Hug your knees in towards you. Feet are flexed. Inhale. Exhale, send one leg skywards, point your toes. Inhale to rebend your knee. Exhale, lengthen the opposite leg, point your toes. Inhale to rebend, and again. Begin to feel the sensations around your legs, your ankles, and your feet. One more round in each direction. And lower your legs onto the earth. From here, extend your left leg onto the mat, point your toes. Inhale, raise your right leg skywards, engage your thigh. Exhale, circle your leg through the midline. Inhale to open out to the side and lift. Exhale, we lower. Inhale to lift. Twice more in this direction, keeping your pelvis stable, keeping both glutes on the mat. And let's swap the direction. Exhale, we open the leg out to the side. Inhale, we rise through center. Creating your longest leg line with that right leg. 2 more circles. Beginning to wake up the core muscles. Inhale. Exhale, lower your leg with control. And take a moment to notice the differing sensations between your left and your right hip. Keeping your right leg extended, inhale, raise your left leg skywards. Exhale, guide your leg through the midline to create your circle. Inhale, open your leg out to the side and lift. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, we lift twice more, using the engagement of your inner thigh to create these hip circles while keeping the pelvis stable. Let's swap the direction. Exhale, we open out to the side. Inhale, we lift. 3 more rounds. Keeping the leg that's on the earth active. Continue to lengthen your left leg. 1 more round. Inhale. Exhale, flex your foot, lower the leg with control. From here, bend your knees. Roll onto one side, reach both arms out in front, resting one palm atop of the other. Let's come into our clavicle slide. On your inhalation, glide your top arm out in front, turn your gaze to the earth. Exhale, glide that palm along your arm across your chest and reach that arm out behind you. Turn your head. Inhale. Exhale, bend your elbow and return your arm the length of the body. Let's do that again. Allowing your hips to gently sway throughout these transitions. Inviting a softness into your face and your jaw as you gently turn your head. One more round. Notice the opening for your heart and the mobility of your spine and your shoulders. When you're finished, roll onto your back, relax your arms, and take a moment to notice whether there are any differing sensations between the left and right shoulders. From here, let's roll in the opposite direction and we'll re-perform our clavicle slide. Relax your head on the earth. Inhale, raise your top arm out in front. Exhale, glide your arm along your body, reach your arm out behind you. Inhale. Exhale, we return the arm the length of the body and return your gaze forwards. Twice more. Welcoming this opportunity to facilitate a mind-body connection. Continuing to focus on your breath and the sensations of your body as it moves throughout space. When you've finished, again roll onto your back, relax your limbs, and take a moment to check in with your body. Inhale. And exhale. From here, roll over onto one side, prop yourself up on your forearm, keeping your shoulder stacked atop of your elbow. Lengthen your bottom leg on a diagonal. Lift your top leg aligned with your spine at hip height. Lift up through the underside of your waist, engaging your core rather than collapsing into the mat or your shoulder. Point your toes. On your inhalation, send your leg forwards. Exhale, guide your leg back. Inhale, we sweep the leg forwards, point the toes. Exhale, glide your leg back, flex your foot, and again. So we want to create the largest and most controlled movements we can with that top leg, whilst keeping the torso and the pelvis as stable as possible. One more round. Inhale, we send the leg forwards. Exhale, we send the leg back. From here, inhale, bring the leg forwards. Circle your leg skywards. Exhale, guide the leg back and return it through center. Inhale, we come forwards and we lift. Exhale, we send it back and through center. So creating a circular, triangular form with that top leg. Continue to lift up through the underside of your waist. Lengthen your leg as much as you can, point your toes. And let's swap the direction the next time you come through center. Inhale, we send the leg back, we lift it. Exhale, guide the leg forwards and through center. Inhale, back and lift. Exhale, forwards and center, keeping that pelvis stable. Feel the mobility of your hip and the stability of the rest of your body. Let's go for one more round. From here, realign both legs with your spine. Flex your top foot. Exhale, we lift the leg, drive into your heel. Inhale to lower with control. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Keep your muscles engaged on the inhalation. We're not dropping the leg, we're keeping that leg active. And notice if you begin to slouch into your supporting arm, keep lifting up through the underside of your waist. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, we lower. Well done. One more round. From here, keep the leg lifted, point the toes. Let's begin to create small circles with that top leg, keeping everything else stable, reaching that limb far away from the body. Breathe. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's swap the direction of our circles. Stay present with the sensations within your body. Connect with the power of your breath. We're here for 3, 2, 1. And release. Well done. Tap out your hip. Give yourself a little massage. And let's come into our mermaid stretch. Exhale, we bend. Inhale to rise. 3 more rounds. We're lifting the arm that was on the earth, supporting us in our side series. Breathe into the side body. On this next exhalation, pause for a moment in your side body stretch. Inhale to rise, roll the shoulders, and let's perform our side series on the opposite side, coming onto our forearm. Lengthening your bottom leg on a diagonal. The top leg is at hip height, in line with your spine. Again, we want to lift up through the underside of our waist. Toes are pointed. Inhale, we send the leg out in front. Exhale, we guide the leg behind the body. Inhale to point your toes. Exhale to flex your foot. And again, being sure that you're not swaying or rocking your pelvis or your torso. Again, when we lengthen that leg behind us, we are engaging our glutes, stretching deep into the hip. 1 more round, and then we add our triangular circles. Inhale, send your leg forwards, lift your leg skywards. Exhale, guide the leg behind you and through center. Inhale to bring it forwards and lift. Inhale behind and center, and again. Using glute, hip, and thigh strength to move that leg with control. Checking that the core muscles are still engaged. 1 more circle in this direction. And let's swap the direction. Inhale, we send it back and we lift. Exhale, we send it forwards and through center. 4 more rounds. From here, let's align that top leg with our spine, foot is flexed. Exhale, we lift the leg, drive into the heel. Inhale to lower with control, and again, so we're never lowering the leg completely to meet the other leg, we're keeping it active. We're using the strength of our outer hip to lift and lower. Smile through this one, connect with the power of your breath. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. You are so strong and so capable. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, and again. Point the toes. Let's find our circles here. The rest of the body is stable. Lengthen your leg and breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's swap the direction of our circles. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Gently release your leg. Massage out that top hip, and let's find our mermaid stretch. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, side bend. Inhale to rise, and again. One more round. On this next exhalation, pause in your mermaid for a breath or two. Inhale to rise, release your arms. Let's find a tabletop position. We'll stretch out the spine, shoulders atop of wrists. Inhale, arch your back, open your chest, gaze forwards. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest, stretch your neck. And again, inhale, spinal extension. Exhale, spinal flexion. Twice more at your own tempo. Let's return through center. We'll begin to circle that right leg in one direction, keeping the knee bent, keeping the pelvis and the torso relatively stable. Breathing into that right hip. And we'll swap the direction of our circles. Notice whether the mobility changes when you swap the direction. Go ahead and lower that right leg onto the mat and we'll find our hip circles with the opposite leg. And swap the direction of your circles. Let's release that leg, tuck your toes under, walk your hands out in front and shift up into down dog. Give yourself a moment to pedal out your legs, stretch deep into the outer hips. Slow down your movements. On your next inhalation, lift your right leg skywards. Exhale, right knee to right wrist, right foot to left wrist, pigeon pose. Lower the pelvis, point your back toes, and maybe you lower down onto your forearms, or perhaps you rest your torso completely on the mat. Guide your breath towards the right hip and the right glutes. With each inhalation, feel yourself relaxing. And with each exhalation, continue to relax your body. Mindfully lift your torso. Let's return to down dog. On your next inhalation, lift your left leg. Exhale, pigeon pose. Allow yourself to soften and surrender to the nourishing benefits of this deep hip stretch. Mindfully lift your torso. Return to down dog. Take a moment to stretch out your hips. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees. Come into a comfortable seated position. Lengthen your spine. Close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. On your exhalation, turn your head to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale through center. Once more in each direction. The next time you return through center, lower one ear to one shoulder and begin to gently circle your head and your neck. Flowing to the rhythm of your breath. Maybe you choose to swap the direction. Slow down your movements. On your next inhalation, stretch your arms overhead, lengthen your torso. Exhale, guide your hands to your heart. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, palms through heart center. Bow it down to your beautiful body and thank yourself for investing in your well-being. Thank you for your presence, your love, and your energy. Wishing you a beautiful day. If you enjoyed this Pilates practice, leave me a comment in the descriptions. Let me know how this went for you. Share this class with a loved one, and I will see you on the mat soon.